All right, I think we're live. Let me take a look on the other side of things. Yes, we are. Looks good. Turn it on here. Make sure it's coming up here. Not too shabby. All right, looks pretty good. Let's take a look. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. All right, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had a great Tuesday at work or whatever you might have been doing. Good to be back for our final night. Tonight, we have a total of 7 matchups, and we're going to crown a winner. And at the end of this, depending on who wins, we're going to make some announcements for next year's tournament for Mouse Madness for next year. So welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are ready to vote. I'd like to see tons of votes tonight. We'll go from the Elite 8 to the Final 4 to the championship. We'll have a total of 7 matches, 4, 2, and 1. And it's going to be great. And then afterwards, before we leave, because obviously these 7 matchups are not going to take the whole hour, I do want to talk a little Disney and get into a few things, kind of a rant. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, kind of. I might make some people mad with my rant, but we'll get to that at the end. Let's have fun first. We'll rant later. Anyway, good to have everybody here. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Who's here? Keith's here, Jeannie's here, Joe Chamberlain, and Michelle Chamberlain. Welcome in. Good to see you both. Hope everybody's doing well. Hydra Minions here. Zippity Doo Doug, our partner channel. Doug, every morning, 9 a.m. Actually, I think he might have been earlier today with Coffee Talk. Check him out. Partner channel. Sparky Trains Things. Welcome in. Tigers, Orioles played to a tie. Now back to the madness. Yeah, the Orioles played to a tie. 1-1. Hi, Katie. Welcome in. Good to see you. Debbie Friedman. Sean Jackal Monkey is here. I think that's, let's see. Who else? Douglas Bailey's here. Mark F. Richard Scott. Stephanie Danielle. David Stevens. Monica Odiette. Steve Stardio Studios. Tim Pat Cakes is here. There's Nicole Chamberlain. Iowa Disney Daddy, welcome in. Scott Rowe, welcome in. Alex Prince, welcome in. Stephanie Danielle. Mandy Mary, good to see you. Debbie Anderson. Robert E. is here. Dixie and Sparky are here. Oh, man, that jumped. Hold on, guys. It jumped on me. I'm sorry. Michelle Martin, John the Beat. Victor and Janet are here. Gail Whitworth, Penny's here. Garden Rock, Samantha Lowe. Hey, Sam, welcome in. Bruce Sir Euchre's in the house. Bruce, I want you to stay positive tonight. Stay positive, buddy. Steve Silva, welcome in. Good to see you. Diana's here. Chris Nedlin's here. Yeah, that's right. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Canadian Disney family. Dean at the live place is here. Happiness is homemade. Stephanie Jennifer. Welcome in, Jennifer. Good to see you. Jeff Snook. What's going on, buddy? 9 days till real baseball. Yes, thank God. Puddin's here. Dan A20 Chief is here. Charmin Lee is here. Tara Enders is here. Wow, good to have everybody in. Wow, we got a lot of folks in here tonight. I'm loving it. Loving it. Let me just get a couple things going. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't think I did. I think we're good. Taylor's World. I didn't see Taylor. Taylor, welcome in. Good to see you. Enjoying both Mouse Talk and last game of the World Baseball Classic. The holiday, everyone seems to be Irish. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Sometimes you assume negativity when there is only observation. Yeah, well, that's true, Bruce. Good point. I guess I still see it as negative. Smash the like button. Yes, everybody hit that like button as you're coming in. 71 of you already in here. Wow, that's great. Okay, so again, we're going to do our 7 matchups, Elite 8, Final 4 championship, and then afterwards we'll talk a little Disney. Joanne Puzzles, welcome in. It's going to be fun. Somebody was just talking about the World Baseball Classic. It's one of those things like I root for my country during the Olympics. When they do the World Cup for soccer, couldn't care less. And as much as I love baseball, the World Baseball Classic, if I could give or take it, it really doesn't matter to me. If they got rid of it tomorrow, I wouldn't lose sleep. If they keep it, that's fine too. Now, if these guys play in the Olympics, that's a different story. No, it's just my thing. That's how I feel about it. YouTube actually let me know that Mouse Talk was going live at the right time. That's great, Steve. See? Things happen. Joanne Puzzles, welcome in. All right, gang. So let's get Richard, the legend R. Johns, is here as well. What's going on, Richard? Good to see you. All right. So we got some really tough matchups tonight. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time with it. Again, like we always do. There's your like goal. That's the goal we want to get to. We didn't quite get there last night, but we got close. I think we got like 108, 109, so we almost made 120. What's up, Stacy Bailey? Welcome in. Can someone check and see if Douglas Bailey has been blocked? Now, Douglas is in there. I see his chat right there. Douglas is in there, Stacy. No, he should be fine. He's not blocked. Not at all. I can see him chatting. Why? Does it look like he's blocked? I said hi. Did I say hi to him? Well, I'm saying hi now. Douglas, good to see you, buddy. Jason Thibodeau, welcome in. Yeah, Douglas is fine. Keith, Dole Whip Donnie, welcome in, Keith. I love the World Baseball Classic. I mean, it beats the alternative, which is spring training baseball, which is generally terrible. See, Keith, I don't know. I feel different. I like spring training baseball because I want to see players preparing for the season. I want to see how the pitchers are progressing, if they're throwing all their pitches, how they're, how many innings are they getting stretched out. I also like to see some minor leaguers get some at-bats against major league pitching to see how they do during the course of the year. I like spring training baseball. It means nothing. I get it. But it's not about the wins and losses. It's about the execution. That's what I'm looking for. Mark is here. Timothy Priswa is here. There's Joel Hopkins OB. Welcome in. Good to see you as well. Anyway, so let's get going. Our matchups are ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, just like we do every night, well, the last couple nights, if you're ready, give me a thumbs up and let's rock and roll. And please hit that like button. 72 here, 55 likes. Just waiting for a few likes and a thumbs ups, and we're gonna get going. There's a thumbs up from Michelle Martin, Puddin, Bruce, Victor, Jeannie, Dixie and Sparky, Cakes, Diana, Gail's ready. Pirate Novelist, welcome in. Michelle's ready. Robert's ready. Mandy Mary's ready. Keith's ready. All right, looks like we're ready. Iowa Disney Dad, Scott Rowe, Dan, Heather Springer. What's up, Heather? Good to see you. What's up, Gregory? Get ready. We're voting. Joe's ready. Steve's ready. Steve Silva's ready. Stacy and Douglas are ready. Penny's ready. So we're ready. All right, gang, here we go. Let's get all this stuff off the board. And let's rock and roll. First matchup of the night. Good luck. Living with the Land. Vicky, all smiles. Welcome in. Good to see you, dear. No, you haven't missed anything yet. First matchup right on the board, right there. Rise of the Resistance versus Living with the Land. Rise of the Resistance versus Living with the Land. Have at it, gang. Who are you picking on this one? Is it going to be Rise, or is Living with the Land going to pull the major upset? Rise or Living with the Land? The 2-minute warning has started. It's close. It's actually close. Two totally different rides for sure. Jeff Condon, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Wow, look at this. Already 57 people voted and 58, and we're talking the difference of, what, 2 votes right now? This is close. Yeah, Victor, I would have thought this wouldn't be so close either. Joe. Charmin Lee says this is a tough one. Again, guys, you got to look at it from the perspective of what you like. What somebody thinks, again, I think there's a legitimate case for, hey, Rise is great, but it breaks down a lot. It does break down a lot. Look, I voted for Rise of Resistance. I'm not going to lie. I voted for Rise. I think Rise is head and shoulders the better ride. But if you like Living with the Land better than Rise, that's what you're going to vote for. See, Diana says every time she rises, it breaks down. And for Dean, Living with the Land's his favorite. Less than a minute to go, gang. 74 votes. Love seeing all the votes. Living with the Land has my heart. Love it. There you go. That's right, Jeff. I agree. I say it all the time. The best ability is availability. Rise might be great, but if it's down, it's not going to matter. Rise is getting the win here. And there it is. Good job, everybody. How many votes we get on that one? We got, what, 74 votes on that one, I think it was? 75 votes. Good job. 75 votes. Rise with the laugher. 57 to 43%. Really isn't even close. All right. So first matchup over. I like this next matchup. I think this one will be close. That's 75. Thanks, Heather. Appreciate that. Thanks, Jeannie. Rise of the Resistance pre-show and opening into the Star Destroyer is still bonkers to me. Yeah, I agree. The Rise pre-show with Rey, meh. Getting on the ship and being attacked and then opening up to the guys, awesome. The part where you're in the interrogation room with Krylo Ren. I call him Krylo Ren because he cries. But I like how the wall opens like they're breaking you out. That's kind of cool. So it give and take in there for me. And of course the ride's awesome when it works. All right, next matchup. Here we go. Ann Gilnack, welcome in. Good to see you. This is a tough one. Spaceship Earth versus the People Mover. This one is tough. Wow. Spaceship Earth versus the People Mover. There you are, gang. Have at it. How is everybody going to vote on this one? Is it going to be Spaceship Earth or is it going to be the People Mover? The 2 minutes has started. Now, for me personally, I love the People Mover. But I can't vote for it on this one. I really like Spaceship Earth. Just the engineering alone, the Marvel engineering behind Spaceship Earth, that entire ride is inside that geosphere like that. It still marvels me to this day. I really love People Mover. I think it's great. It's one of my favorites. But Spaceship Earth is just awesome. It really is. It's such a great ride. I love Spaceship Earth. Yeah, it is. Welcome in. And I love People Mover. Don't get me wrong. It's not an outrage. It's true. Spaceship Earth is just such a great ride. So, the engineering behind that is it's a marvel. Walt, did you miss People Mover in Tomorrowland when you were at Disneyland? They didn't have a People Mover. But no, I didn't miss it. I tend to agree. I mean, it tells you a history lesson. You've got like 8 different scenes inside there. I love it. I think it's great. And this is tied 50-50. We got less than 30 seconds to go. This is fantastic. I love it when they're this close. 70. Oh, People Mover takes the lead. It's a difference of 1 vote, gang. It's back to even. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. And that's it. It did. It tied. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. Good job, everybody. I love it. Okay. Now, I don't have... Hold on. Stay there. because I want to make this fair. Got a minute? I need you for a minute. Quickly. Very quickly. So nobody thinks I'm cheating.
What's happening?
Heads is People Mover, tails is Spaceship Earth. Flip this coin and tell me if it's head or tail. Let it hit the ground. Wait. Head is People Mover, tails is Spaceship Earth. Mason's gonna flip it and tell you who won. Go ahead, Mace.
Heads. Heads.
Heads. It's heads, so People Mover won. There you go. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate it. See? Joe, don't call me. Chamberlain tried to call me. I hung up on him. So there you go, gang. Thank you, Mason. So the People Mover gets the win. I can't do it. Oh, tiebreaker. Yes, I love it. So there you go. It's rigged. I can't get any more fair than that. Mason couldn't care less either way. Oh. I let him flip it and he decides. Oh, you guys are funny every time. It's true. Vera Mike's welcome in. Good to have you here. All right. Two contests down. 2 more to go before we get to the final 4 here. Hey, Joseph, welcome in. All right, next matchup. I like this matchup, too. I think this is a good one. Pirates of the Caribbean versus Flight of Passage. Pirates. Hey, Will, welcome in. Pirates of the Caribbean versus Flight of Passage. Take your pick, gang. What's it going to be? Pirates of the Caribbean. The coin was AI. Pirates of the Caribbean versus Flight of Passage. Both of these rides. I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean is an absolute classic of Disney classic rides. It's a long ride. It's a great ride. It's got a drop. It's got an iconic song. It's got iconic animatronics. And Flight of Passage is just incredible. It's just, there's no wrong answer here. There really isn't. I'm sorry. There's no wrong answer here. Whichever one you pick makes sense. I think this one is extremely tough. Pirates has got the lead by a lot. I'm actually surprised it's that big of a lead. Guys, we got about a minute and a half, 75 votes. Did we get the votes on that? Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, Joel, that's the thing. You know, I think it just depends. I think Pirates is a great ride. It's a different type of experience for sure. There's Melissa. It depends. Again, I guess it depends on what you mean by the better ride. You know, you're not moving on Flight of Passage, period. You don't go anywhere. It's all screen. That's it, period. It's all screen. Pirates, you do move. It's a water ride. You have a drop, you have animatronics, you have songs. You don't move on Flight of Passage, technically. You're not going anywhere. You're standing. But it's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that ride. I could see anybody picking this one. Either way. Melissa better not be pregnant. All right, here we go. Last one. Oh, my God. Pirates pulls the upset. But is it really an upset? I don't know if that's an upset or not. Pirates of the Caribbean gets the win. And that's what? 84 votes. Great job, everybody. All right, here we go. Great job, everybody. I'm actually surprised that was that big of a disparity. My favorites keep getting shot down, which makes me wonder why the lines to my favorites are always so long. Again, it's one of those things. I don't know how to explain it. No, way too old. Katie, why would you even think that? This is the Pirates that made my name. Yep, exactly. If Venezuela wins tonight, that's an upset. Yes, Jason. Welcome in, Jason Kuchera. It would be an upset. To be honest with you, if any team beats the United States in baseball, it's an upset. Even the Dominican. If the Dominican Republic had beaten the U.S. last night, to me, that still would have been an upset, even with that lineup. Yeah, I remember UMBC beating Virginia and 16 beating a 1. I remember that. All right, last matchup of this Elite Eight. Here it is. Haunted Mansion versus Runaway Railway. And there you go. Have at it. Get the voting, folks. Haunted Mansion versus Runaway Railway. Pick your winner. Who's it going to be? I'm married to a woman's health doctor. I was a nurse. Just where our mind goes. Oh, Katie. I know, I'm just kidding. 84% right now. Minute and a half to go, gang. Keep voting, gang. Yeah, I think, Runaway Railway, to get to where they are, Runaway Railway went through the Seas with Nemo, then it beat Peter Pan, and then it beat Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So it beats some big rides to get here. Haunted Mansion beat Alien Swirling Saucers, but then it beat Jungle Cruise, and then it beat Big Thunder Mountain Railroad to get here. So they both have taken out some really big rides. 1 minute to go, gang. 81 votes. Love seeing the votes. Keep going, gang. 78 likes. We are trying to get to 120, so please hit that like button. We are 42 away. So it'll be a runaway, but not for a runaway. That's true. We got about 40 seconds left. Jason, that's a good idea. We did have a Haunted Mansion. You're right, Melissa. We had a Haunted... We still actually have all the stuff. We just haven't put it back up. We had a Haunted Mansion bathroom for a while. 25 seconds to go. 82 votes. Keep voting, gang. 79 likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 100. Yeah, I agree, Gail. There it is. Haunted Mansion crushes Runaway Railway. And now we're set. Now, I don't have graphics the rest of the way because I didn't know who was going to win. So I couldn't make up graphics. So what I'm going to do at this point is we're down to our final four. We got 3 more matchups. The 2 semifinal matchups and then the championship. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the poll out there. No graphics. And you'll see who's playing against who, and then we'll go from there. Depending on what time you hit my bathroom, it may also be haunted. So here we go. Your first semifinal matchup. I hope... I keep going back to Joe and his family. You guys better be sitting down for this one. There it is. Rise of the Resistance versus the People Mover. Katie says we have a 12-foot Jack Skellington and a big blow-up Beetlegeist. Nice. Yes, by the way, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Cynthia, Candy Mom, our first member, welcome. Wow. People Mover is beating Rise of the Resistance. Look, I like the People Mover, but I can't. When it goes up against some of these major attractions, like it's hard for me to vote for them. Like when Guardians lost to the People Mover. I mean, if Guardians lost to the People Mover, Rise is going to lose to the People Mover, right? Well, Michelle, it's all a matter of the type of people that you have in the chat tonight. I mean, if we had a lot of us, there's a certain age demographic that's in here. I'm 55, and there might be a lot of people from 35 to 55 in here. And they're going to tend to maybe lean towards those less major attractions and lean maybe more towards the nostalgic ones. If I had a much younger crowd in here, these types of rides probably, like People Mover and all, wouldn't even have made it this far. It's all a matter of just who's voting. Guys, we're at the end here. 94 votes. I love it. You better vote quick. You got 10 seconds. Are we going to get another huge upset? Wow, that's nuts. And there it is. Wow, everybody picked the People Mover. Well, 57% of you picked the People Mover. So the People Mover makes it to the championship. And who will the People Mover be facing? This is the matchup of the night. Melissa, you know what it is. Here we go, gang. Pirates of the Caribbean versus the Haunted Mansion. Who is going to get the win in this one? Is it going to be Pirates or is it going to be the Haunted Mansion? Only one can move on to the next round. Only one is going to be the winner and is the one that's going to face People Mover in the championship. Who's it going to be? And this is so close. Look at that. Haunted Mansion's got a slight lead every single time, Melissa, and we'll talk about that at the end of this one when we're all done. This is so close. Haunted Mansion's got a slight edge we've got about a minute 10 to go, gang. It is tough. It is. Look, Melissa's favorite ride of all time is the Haunted Mansion. My favorite ride of all time is the Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, that's the point, Vero Mikes. That's what makes these so much fun. 92 votes, and we're basically, guys, we're looking at like 2 votes difference here. You've got 35 seconds to vote. 112 of you are in here. 93 likes. Hit that like button, gang, as you're coming in. Who is it going to be? What did I say, Melissa? What did I say wrong? Haunted Mansion's got the lead, but barely. 15 seconds. 5. And that is it. And the Haunted Mansion, with 95 votes, moves on. Wow. And that brings us to... Oh, wait. Who won the other one? What was the vote on the People Mover one? 94 votes. I got to get that one in there, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must have missed another one, too. But all right, that's okay. All right, gang. Here it is. Championship match right now. This is the one for all the marbles. Joe, good luck. Who is going to win with this one? Is it going to be the People Mover or is it going to be Haunted Mansion? Who takes home the crown as the greatest attraction at Walt Disney World? 2-minute warning has started. It's up to you guys. Dad and the Padawans. What was the final last year? We'll go over that when we're done. I don't want to sway any votes to anybody. Me throwing my tablet out the window if Haunted Mansion doesn't win. Gail, you're funny. It's right now, Haunted Mansion's got a big lead with 83 votes. There's a minute and a half to go, gang. This appears to be rigged. Best ride to carousel. No, Tom Sawyer Island doesn't exist anymore. Yes, Nicole, that's perfectly fine. As long as you're not telling them how to vote. They've got to vote on their own. Please bring them in. That would be great. I agree, Vicky. I agree. I'm going to vote for the Haunted Mansion. I love the People Mover. I just think the Haunted Mansion is one of the single most unique rides. It doesn't have to be the best ride. It's a unique ride. There's just nothing like it in any other park, anywhere in the world, other than another Haunted Mansion for Disney. I mean, it's amazing. What that ride is it's so unique. 91 votes. We've got about 30 seconds left. I'd rather be broken down in a spooky house. Me too, Jason. Yeah, where's Gerardo and Jess tonight? Dean. Yeah, right. Dinosaur wasn't in this either. And there we have it, folks. The Haunted Mansion. 97 people voted. That's amazing. Good job, everybody. 97 people. And your 2026 Mouse Madness champion is the Haunted Mansion. No, I'm sorry. Haunted Mansion's my favorite. Pirates is Melissa's favorite. I'm sorry. Melissa just texted me. I'll tell you guys right now, this was our 7th year doing Mouse Madness. Of the 7 years that we've done this, Haunted Mansion has won 6 of the 7 years. The only year it didn't win, it was in the championship against Pirates, and Pirates of the Caribbean lost. So Melissa made a good point, and I'm going to have, hey, Hatbox Ghost, welcome in. I'm going to have him, Jim Cletus, welcome in. I'm going to have you guys, I'm going to do one more vote. Every single year, Pirates and Haunted Mansion make it to the championship or the Final Four. And Melissa came up with the suggestion that we should retire the Haunted Mansion. And it's not included in this anymore because it wins every year. And it's true. It does. It wins every year. I'm fine with it. Or maybe we can do something different where both Haunted Mansion and Pirates are not in this tournament because they're always there every single year. Oh, thanks, Al. That was very generous of you, buddy. I hope Renee's doing well. Hi, Renee. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in a vote. You guys, retire Haunted Mansion. Retire Haunted Mansion and Pirates. And then I'm going to add a third option. All right, I want everybody to vote on this. What should we do? Should we retire just the Haunted Mansion? It wins every year. Should we retire the Haunted Mansion and Pirates because they're always in the Final Four? Or should we just leave them both in there, and if they continue to win, they continue to win? What do you guys think? Well, Bruce, these are your options. Pick one of these three. I'm going to let you guys, there's 108 of you in here right now. I want 100 of you vote. We got to get 100 votes on this. By the way, we're one like away from 100 likes. And then, before we head out, I've got a little bit, I'm going to talk a little Disney. Well, 46% of you are saying to keep them in. You know, Jeff said keep them both in, see how they match up against the new attractions. Jeff, I don't think it matters. I really don't. I don't think it matters. Guardians came in. Runaway Railway came in. Flight of Passage came in over the years. And everybody thought that those rides were going to give them runs for their monies. And they're not. They're not. Haunted Mansion every year continues to win. Every year, Pirates is right there with Haunted Mansion. I get it, but every year somebody's like, oh, those rides are great, but it's still these guys. Mad Flat Hatter, good to see you again. Well, again, this is, well, if you think exclude Haunted Mansion, then vote for retire Haunted Mansion. How long we retire it can be a day for another day. You know, that can be a conversation for another time. You know, I couldn't care less. I'll keep them in for all I care. All right, I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes. There's only 78 votes. Now, 78 votes is not enough for me to really make a decision. We got to get almost 100 people if we're not going to get 100 votes. We got to get closer than that. We got to get more than 79 votes. I might make an executive decision, Jim. I might. Thank you, Al. I appreciate that. And somebody else sent me a PayPal. I don't know who that was. I hope you guys enjoy this. Kristen Robbins. Oh, Kristen, that was very nice of you. Kristen, I don't know if you're in the chat or not. And maybe you go by a different handle in the chat. But thank you for that. That was very nice of you. I just got a PayPal from Kristen Robbins. Thank you very much. That was very nice. No, Jennifer. No, last year People Mover was close, but no, it was Haunted Mansion last year, and then the year before that, or maybe it was last year. Year before that we didn't do it, and then the year before that Pirates won, and then the 4 times before that it was Haunted Mansion. Again, if you want to see a different winner, then vote number 1 and retire the Haunted Mansion. Again, these are your choices, folks. Looks like everybody wants to keep it in. Got 20 seconds. Yeah, it is. I don't know if we have enough, though. I don't like doing short tournaments. I don't like doing tournaments with only like 32 or 16. I like having 64. I want it to be a full tournament, you know? And hey, Nate Nashville, welcome in. Thank you, Nate. I appreciate you saying that. All right, so you guys have all voted. 88 votes saying to keep them in. We didn't get to 100. If you retire Haunted, Pirates will win. If you retire both, TTA will win. Nicole, that could very well happen. I agree with you. I'm just trying to find ways. Of making it more competitive, because with the crowd that we have in here, and there's nothing wrong with that, guys. You vote for your favorites. Look, every year, if Haunted Mansion's in this tournament, I'm voting for Haunted Mansion. Period. It's that simple. I'm voting for it. If it's in the tournament. If Pirates is in this tournament, I'm voting for Pirates, unless it goes up against Haunted Mansion. Just how it is. You like what you like. Hatbox Ghost says 100 votes will still be the same result. I agree. You can have any color you want as long as it's black. All right. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tournament. That's always been a lot of fun. A lot goes into it, but I really enjoy doing it. And it looks like you guys do for the most part. I hope you do anyway, because it's been a blast. And it's been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little Disney. It's not really necessarily a rant, just kind of a goodbye. I think today is the Andy Adams, welcome. Fun tourney, thanks for doing it. Of course, Hydro Minion, absolutely. Yeah, that's true, Nicole. I think everybody loves Haunted Mansion. Thanks, Dean. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, buddy. Hope we can come up with other interactive participation events. This was our first, and it was great. Oh, Sparky Trains. Yeah, we do these. We've done other ones, too. Yeah, we've done, like, villains, heroes, stuff like that. Yeah, there'll be other ones. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Yeah, Jason, that's what I wanted to talk about. So today is the last day for Bob Iger as president and CEO of Walt Disney World. I've been seeing a lot of folks, and, don't get me wrong. That's fine. People have been saying, thank you, Bob. Great job. Congratulations on your retirement. Me personally, I think it's good riddance. I'm sorry. I've never been a big Bob Iger fan. When I think that he takes a lot of credit that he shouldn't take. I think there's a lot of blame he pushes off on other people, and I'll get to that in a minute. I don't think he did as good a job as people thought he did. I remember when he retired and he picked Bob Chapek as his replacement. And then Chapek came in and everybody hated Chapek and said he was terrible and he ruined everything. I said from the very beginning that a lot of what Chapek came into was implementation of things that were already in motion when Bob Iger left that first time. And he had to deal with the brunt of it. Now, I'm not saying Chapek was good. He was bad, and he did things. But when Iger came back, there are a lot of folks, including people in our community, that were extremely happy that Iger was back. Oh my God, the Savior's back. And what has he done? What has he done? Genie Plus, Lightning Lane, whatever you want to call it, still around, very expensive. The parks are still not maintained the way they used to be. Magical Express is still gone. All the Streetmosphere is still gone. The rides are breaking down all the time. The parks aren't as clean as they used to be. All the perks are gone. What did he do to make it better? I'm sorry. I've never been an Iger fan. I had to go on this rant. And he also was the one, for whatever it's worth, picked Josh D'Amaro. And I don't think things are going to change. I think Josh D'Amaro is an exact clone of Bob Iger. And if you disagree with me, God bless you. You're entitled to your opinion. And mine's just an opinion. House ruled the top two are dropped out of next year's contest, Jim says. I'm sorry. He did a lot of purchasing. Okay, he got Star Wars, he got Marvel, he got Pixar. Okay, that's fine. He purchased IP. Great. That's wonderful. But what Imagineering, what new concepts did they really come up with that made things wonderful? A lot of people said Bob Iger was the greatest CEO. Other than Walt Disney, in my opinion, Michael Eisner was. But he came up with just tons of stuff, in my opinion. He was the guy behind Hollywood Studios. He was the guy behind the Disney Cruise Line. He was the guy that started the process on Shanghai Disney. The Disney Channel, I think, was Michael Eisner. Bob Iger didn't do any of that. Nothing. He did. Streaming was a failure. It's a failure. So I'm sorry. I've never been a big fan of him. And I don't think that we're in good hands with Josh D'Amaro. I think they should have gone outside the company and brought in a new face with new ideas. I think Chapek was scapegoated. I think he was scapegoated to an extent, Jason. I'll say that. I do think he was scapegoated to an extent. I didn't like some of the things he was doing I do think he was a money first guy. I thought Bob Iger was a money first guy and just was really good at playing it off like he wasn't. But this is my issue. I mean, it's just the issue I've had with them from the very beginning. And it's a problem. I just think that they've got to figure something out. I don't know what they're going to do in the future. You know, I think I saw somewhere the other night where somebody said Disney no longer has people working for them that want to work for Disney. Do you understand what I'm saying? They have people that work for them now that just want a job. In the past, in the old days, people wanted to work for Disney. That's why they worked for Disney. There's a lot of people in those parks. Look, there's a lot of great cast members. Don't get me wrong, guys. I know there are. There's a lot of great cast members that make really good magic. But there's a lot in there, too, that are just there for a job. And I think it trickles down to the Imagineering, too. I think the Imagineering is not the people we or remember them being people that love Disney and want to make Disney magic. I think some of them are just there for a job. I could be totally wrong. It's just my opinion. I think it shows in what we get as a product for a lot of this new stuff. At least Florida allowed Walt Disney World to open during COVID, unlike Disneyland in California. Well, but Diana, that's political. I don't want to get into politics. I think that was more of a political thing than it was anything else. I think that's why that happened. There are rumblings that Adam Silver was being pursued, I believe. He would have been tremendous. I think the board doesn't want outsiders. They want yes men. I agree, Jason. I think that's exactly right. I think there's a lot to say for that. Look, I liked, and this was a guy that was with Disney for a while, and then Iger got rid of him. I liked Tom Skaggs. I really did. I liked Tom Skaggs when he was here. I was really hoping that they were going to go out and maybe try to pull him back. I thought he would be a good idea, but I think you're right. I don't think they wanted him because he was one of those guys that wasn't going to just do the yes men thing and just do whatever the board wanted. You know, in the old days, by the way, Salsa Berry, welcome in. I think a lot of the younger cast members are there for a fraternity sorority feel. Maybe. I don't know. I can't speak to that. I'm not in there, so I can't say it. But I had a train of thought on something I was going to say, and then I lost it. Oh, that's what it was. Disney's always been a for-profit company. We know this, okay? They always have been a for-profit company. But in the old days, Disney was really good at hiding it. They made it look like experience was first, and the bottom, you know, the bottom line was second. They were really good at hiding that. They really made us feel like your experience is what matters most. And the money, okay, great. If we make it, we make money. That's fine. But we want you to have a great experience. Even though that wasn't the truth, they really made it seem like it was the truth. They don't even hide it anymore. They don't even hide it anymore. It's not. It's just not anymore. And that's where I really have a problem. For what it's worth, my daughter loves working there and making people happy. Jeff, well, that's just it. Don't get me wrong. And again, that's why I said that. There's a lot of cast members that love it and they do a great job and they give us that magical feeling. We've all had it. It's great. But you can't sit there and tell me you haven't gone past and seen a lot of folks that work in those parks and they're just there to get a paycheck. I'm telling you. I've seen, and I live down here, so I'm in the parks all the time, and I can slow down, and I can peel back the curtain a little bit, or pull back the curtain a little bit, and really pay attention, and notice things that a person on vacation who's go, isn't going to notice. This is what I see. These are the things I see. Why is it Walt Disney World doesn't do what the other Disney parks do? They're all... I don't know, Victor. I can't answer that. People need jobs and feel good about who they work for. All the money is with billionaires now becoming trillionaires. Go look at billion versus a trillion in seconds of time. Yeah, I mean, look, I have no... Disney's always been a for-profit company, and they've always made plenty of money. So I don't understand why things had to change. For instance, this reservation system. They need to manage crowds. Why? Why do you need to manage crowds? They talk about, well, waste. We don't want to have as much waste, as much turnover, or this, that, and the other. I know this is going to sound bad, but you never cared about it before. Or if you did, it sure didn't look like it. You didn't care about park reservations and managing crowds and things like that in the past, and you made plenty of money. I always said COVID was a reset for Disney. It was their chance to reset and gain control back and be able to do things the way they wanted. And man, they took the bull by the horns, and they really did it. The Parks division now in the Disney company is where they are making their greatest profit. It wasn't like that several years ago. Well, yeah, they're definitely making lots of profit. And Diana, you know who they have to thank for that? Us, the YouTubers. I'm telling you. YouTubers have made Disney cool again. They really have. There's so much. Keep America's Second Amendment strong. Welcome. Good to have you here. Oh, Disney Cruise Line is great. And I think they're putting a lot of effort into that. For sure. Cleanliness, maintenance, employee attitudes, all trending down. And in Disneyland, it's worse. Employees there definitely don't exude magic. There you go. The paralysis of Disney after Walt's death was purportedly caused by the "what would Walt do" mentality, when they should have asked, what did Walt do? Right. Well, what would he do? What would he do? Well, you can still say that. Or yeah, both. Bruce, I think you're right on both accounts. What would Walt do, and what did Walt do? And I've said this in the past. The further we get away from Walt and get into these new generations, the less his vision is going to be kept in what he wanted done. I mean, I saw something now where they have over in the France Pavilion, in the walkways, it's decaying and falling and there's mold. He would have never allowed that to happen. Ever allowed that to happen. I see trash cans overflowing. I see, like the lights in Epcot on the floor in that brand new area aren't working all the time. He would never allow that. Animatronics go down. Absolutely. Nothing's perfect. But stuff that should work, the normal, he's going to make sure it worked. I do, Vicky. I really believe that the YouTube community has really been a big, big influence to Disney in a positive way. It really is. You have a lot of those out there that are always going to talk positive about Disney, and that's great, and that's fine. And then it's just free advertising for them, and it's been big for them. I really do think it is. Back in the day, before YouTube became a big phenomenon, Disney was busy, but there was slow time. Now, with YouTubers telling you best times to go, worst times to go, look at the parks, this is coming up, that's coming up. Oh man, stay here. You can get discounts for this. You can go here and do that. The Flower and Garden Festival is wonderful. Man, go in December early before the big crowds get there. So much YouTube has shared to help people who otherwise wouldn't have known unless they got a book about that thick. It's been a big difference for them. I really believe that. Look at minimum wage in Florida versus states in Colorado. Disney does give a competitive wage. Oh, absolutely they do. But again, cost of living, Katie, in different states is, it's different. Like the house I live in down here, if up in Maryland, would probably be $200,000 more. So cost of living compared to competitive, but salaries down here in Florida compared to Maryland, it's night and day. It's not even close. So I get it, but cost of living has a lot to do with that. Sadly, everything you are saying is true. We had noticed cast members with attitude in the parks aren't as clean as they used to be. Social media is a huge reason Disney is doing so well. I do believe that, Jennifer. I really do. Folks, when you're going into a park, when you come in, first thing you do when you come in, and again, I'm looking for these things because I want to see it. When I clock in and hit the thing and then I put my finger on it, the cast member's standing right there. What should that cast member be doing? Hi, welcome to the Magic Kingdom. Have a great time. I can tell you on many occasions, they won't even say anything to me. They're talking to their cast member next to them. I'm sorry, it's just true. Or as you leave the park, there's literally somebody standing right there at the gate that you're leaving. And their only job is to say, thanks for visiting, have a good day. And they don't say a word. That's their job, is to say, thanks for coming, have a good day. And they're talking to the other person next to them. And they don't even say it to you. Yes, it's petty. I get it. I'm being petty. But it's what their job is. It's the description of the job. Do your job. Yes, you do need that information, Diana. YouTubers do more to promote what Disney himself would have done than current man. Well, I just think there's a certain level of what YouTubers do to help Disney, and it's free to Disney. Disney doesn't have to pay them for it, and that's cool. That's perfectly fine. Like how resort staff would say, welcome home upon your return to the resort. It's just, and again, it all starts at the top. It all starts at the top. It's that simple. Accountability, have certain standards. It should start with Bob Iger, well now Josh D'Amaro, and it should trickle down. Jeff Vail, who is, I think, the president of Walt Disney World, I don't like him either. I think he's done a terrible job. He was president of Magic Kingdom for a while, wasn't a big fan of him. I don't know where he's going to be. I'm not a big fan of him either. Now, I'm sorry to rant, but I thought about this today when it was Bob Iger's last day. I really hope I'm wrong about Josh D'Amaro. I do, but Disney has become a nickel and dime company with us. The old days, they don't do package pickup anymore. They don't put your luggage in the resorts. There's no more Magical Express. There's no more, hey, your packages are going to be in your room. The fun magic stuff that made Disney so special. The streetmosphere isn't there anymore. All of that stuff is gone. And it just, the hour and a half, the early magic hours, the extra magic hours. No, if you want any of that now, you got to pay for it. I think it's sad. Take the money and lay off people. Lay off employees. People are jerks. I don't know. I just want it to be, I've said this 1,000 times. We pay a premium to go to Disney. Okay, we do. We pay a lot of money to go to these parks. You have got to expect excellence. If you expect mediocrity, that's what you're going to get. Hold them to a higher standard. That's all I'm saying. We've loved our Disney cruises. My priority for trips now. I don't want to pay $3,000 to $5,000 to stand in lines and then pay way too much for food and add-ons. I understand, Jason. Yeah, right. The magic bands were sent a week beforehand. That was fun too. The different things. I still love Disney. Okay, there's still magic there. But let me ask you guys in the chat. When you watch the live streams, let's just use, I don't care what channel it is. Us, Diz Our Dream, Myers and the Mouse, Charlie and Stacy the Disney Nerd Herders. I don't care. Ryan on the Go, Theme Park Giant, that crazy Disney lady. When you watch these live streams, why are you watching? Are you really watching to see the parks? Are you really watching to see the rides? Or are you watching to be part of the community and talking to the people in the chat? What's the main reason? I think it all is encompassing, don't get me wrong. But a lot of times when I'm in a chat, I'll look at the park for a little bit, but I'm there to talk to the people, to say hello to my friends, the people I know from the community. How many are really there to see the rides that you've seen 1,000 times, or that you're there to really see the park, or are you there to chat like we're doing now? I'm just curious. Katie says, I agree and feel like Disney is the best. They sent me back my sunglasses from a dinosaur ride. They fell off one. I know, Katie, it happened to Melissa. We were at the, it happened to Melissa. We were at the Halloween party last year. Jeff, Snook, you were there. Melissa lost her glasses, her prescription glasses in the park. She filed with them, told them all about it. They sent them back to her. Fine. They weren't damaged. It was amazing. Yes, there are things about Disney that are still awesome. Absolutely. For Mike's to see the parks. For Vicky, it's the community. To feel like I'm there, Michelle. That's great. Vicky Pauly, to be part of the community. All three, to be honest. Well, Victor, yeah, I'm sure all three. But is there one that is the most important? Even though we have been there so many times, we really do learn a lot of stuff from the YouTubers. Yeah, Joe, I agree. I enjoy seeing the parks. Good, Diana. See the park in chat. Not many like-minded people around us. Hydra Minion says, I went to Epcot just to see you guys. Yeah, that's true. We appreciate that, buddy. I really appreciate that, my brother. And to feel like I'm there in the parks, Vicky. That's good. Look, I enjoy it too. I when I lived far away, I liked watching because I liked seeing the parks. But the community is a big part of that now. I think a lot of people watch for the community aspect of it. Diana says, I enjoy live streamers like Mouse Talk that I know are honest and unbiased. Influencers are a different story. They are, but they also have an axe to grind to an extent. They really do. And I get it. I understand why they're positive the way they're positive. And that's okay, too. Vicky says, I left a makeup mirror in a room at the Coronado. Told them the room number the day I left. Never got it back. That's different, Vicky, because that's housekeeping. Mason left something in a room one time. Brand new. It was when Flight of Passage first opened. We were there for a preview, for an annual pass preview or DVC preview. And we bought him a brand new, beautiful Avatar sweatshirt. And we left it in the room and we let them know we never got it back. We never got it back. And this was back in 1990, in 2001, or whenever it was when Avatar first opened. And that was back then. And we never got it back. Housekeeping is a totally different story. If you leave anything in the room, you're probably not getting it back. I also like the people in the chat. I get so much advice from you all, and you guys are heartwarming. We see a lot of different people working in medicine, and you guys are stable and fun. Katie. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right, Vicky. It's the truth. My parents did the same thing when we stayed at, where were we? All-Star Movies? All-Star Movies or All-Star Music. They left a few things in their room, and they, filed something, told Disney all about it. Nah, they didn't get it back. Hey, Dame Dystopia, welcome in. Good to see you. I know Walt a long time. Stable, questionable. No, not always. Anyway, so good riddance. No, congratulations, Bob Iger, on your retirement. Please stay retired. Please stay retired. And may we all say a prayer that Josh tomorrow does his own thing and knocks it out of the park. I would love to eat crow and be wrong, but I just don't see it happening. The shareholders have the power, and they're going to want the bottom dollar, and they want their stock. They want their share prices to go up, 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 up. And the only way to do that is through the money. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, this weekend, we'll be live from the park Saturday morning early. We're going to be at Hollywood Studios, and we're going to walk from Hollywood Studios over to Epcot. And then we're going to go into Epcot and see the Flowering Garden. And then Sunday, we're going to have an early stream again. Walking over to the Magic Kingdom from the TTC, just like we've been doing. Those are great. I love the sunrise streams. Thank you for the PayPals. Thank you for the Super Chats. That was very nice of you folks to do that. Haunted Mansion, congratulations on winning this year's tournament. I think we knew it was going to happen, but it was still nice. It was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed bringing it to you. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. We will see you this weekend. And if you're out there, guys, ninja watching, thank you for being a part of it, and thanks for watching. It means a lot. 111 likes, not too shabby. Have a great night, everybody. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon. See you Saturday.